And hello everyone, and welcome to the social race which is happening, and this is at the Bahrain Grand Prix, the Bahrain International Circuit. We have 15 drivers here today across loads of teams. Information about this track: there's 3 DRS straights, 15 corners. And yeah, I can't imagine what else to say, as we'll see. Let me get track map and everything up. As we'll see J.D. Bailey be the first out. So yeah, the Bahrain Grand Prix, this is the second of the third race in the little team championship which is currently going on within the league. Last week's race was the Hungarian Grand Prix, and this week's race is the Bahrain Grand Prix, with next week's being the finale race, which is the Belgian Grand Prix. So today, like I said, we have 15 drivers across 9 different teams. Sadly no Haas drivers today, as this is a team championship as well. Haas will, they had no points from race 1, so it'll be another loss of points for them today. But this means the teams who didn't also score points, like Williams and Aston Martin, have a good chance today of possibly scoring points, as there's only 15 drivers, and of course top 10 get the points. So hopefully one of the drivers who didn't perform the greatest last week can perform quite well this week. It would be nice to see, as we see 12 of the 15 drivers out on track. We have J.D. Bailey, then have Mats Huisman, we then have Kieran, who was the winner of last week's race. We then have Ken, I believe. Yeah, we have Ken. We then have Mats in the AlphaTauri. We then have Boyman in the Williams, and Lockig in the Ferrari, and other drivers behind. We will see the drivers who I just mentioned start their laps, and you know what, we'll watch J.D. Bailey, the Season 7 F5 commentator, and also like half the season the steward for F5. We'll watch him do his lap. So he'll be coming round turn 8 right now. He'll be going into turn 9, into then the sharp left turn into turn 10 right here. Makes it nice, get the on the acceleration, and does it well. And so he'll go down the last DRS straight, then we'll go into turn 11, big left, and then a big right for turn 12, as we see yellow flags, an Alpine. I think that's Mats Huisman has spun it or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see J.D. Bailey come around turn 13, enter sector 3, the big straight before turn 14 and turn 15, the last 2 corners on the track, as he will open up the DRS to come over the line and set a 29.594 to start off today's qualifying, as we'll then have Ken, I believe, coming up behind, who will then set a 29.4, so goes a tenth faster than J.D. Bailey. We'll see Matt set a 30.2, we'll see Boyman set a 29.7, we'll see Lockett go pole 28.8, that's a fast lap. We'll see Matt, who sadly spun I think during his lap, set a 54.5, of course he'll be faster. As we'll see Linus as well go P3 29.5, beating J.D. Bailey by a hundredth. As we have, we see, I believe that's Stevie, yeah, we see Stevie spin, as we have another driver coming across the line, Captain Emery, 30.7. We see Bo come across the line in P2 with a 29.1. Whoa, that's a big lap by Bo, as Bo is currently the only Williams driver today. Vin Rolls, Bo's teammate, will actually be joining later on in qualifying, as we see actually Gio as well, Alex, who will be the other Ferrari driver, he looks to be joining now, which is good to see. Ferrari try to score points. As it looks like there'll be another person joining us. As, let's see, next across the line is an Aston Martin. Is this Linus? Yeah, I think he is a boxing. Yeah, he sure will be. So we'll see a Mercedes come across the line. I believe that was Villeneuve setting a 30.1. We then have more drivers boxing. We have Zolf currently on a lap, I believe. I think it's maybe a slow. I'm not sure. No, it's not. It says proper lap. I think he spun during his lap. Not so sure. It's a 44.1. Probably spun, I would imagine. We have an Alfa Romeo of Liam. No, yeah, who will come into the pits as he invalidated his lap. We have Kieran, who won last week's race in Hungary. We'll see him start his lap. Hopefully this Ferrari doesn't get in his way. Yeah, looks like he let him pass there. I believe that is Alex. Yeah, Alex is in the Ferrari and is out on track, which is good to see. As I see, I think Zolf spinning on another lap again, up ahead. We'll watch Kieran here and see, as he sets a purple sector 1. See if he can go even further up. As we see Zolf again struggling. I don't know if he's on a lap, but I would imagine he probably won't be on a lap now that his tyres are pretty much rubbish. Hopefully it doesn't get in the way of Kieran here. So we'll watch from the TV pod cam. Please Zolf, move out the way. Oh, Zolf, man. Oh, Zolf. Zolf gets in the way of Kieran. Kieran invalidates his lap because he had to go wide to avoid Zolf. There was a good lap as well by Kieran. Just Zolf, man. I was saying as well, Zolf, because I knew he was going to get in the way. It's unlucky to Kieran, but hopefully, yeah, I mean, he went purple for sector, so he's got the pace there to be able to set a front running time. So we'll see Gio, or Alex, he's known as his real name. As we'll see, most drivers be out on an outlap right now. As it's good to see the Alfa Romeo going to the side. As, yeah, Kieran is currently messaging in the chat saying he also got blocked last week. So 2 weeks in a row he has been blocked during qualifying. So you see Alex go wide, turn 13, 12 I believe, 12 or 13, as he will invalidate. He'll have a Alfa Romeo of, it's Ken, yeah, Ken behind warming up his tyres, will be starting his lap as we see Alex just stopping on the track to let Ken go by. So we will see McLaren, I think it's Boyman, who is on a lap, as we see Boyman actually spin at turn 15. It looked like he was on a lap, but unlucky to him, he's spun, so I would imagine he probably will box, yeah. Okay, he'll box. We have, I'm not sure, is that Bo? Yeah, we have Bo, who's currently sitting P2 with a 29.1. So you see actually JD Bailey, let's look at the standings right now. As we see Lockheed set an improvement time of a 28.7. Going, I think it's what, 4 tenths clear of second place Bo, which is a massive, massive gap, and will be very good for Lockheed as he is a reserve driver. Last week he actually, I think it was 6 or 8 points he got as he was in the Alfa Romeo, but this week he is in the Ferrari as sadly Leon can't make it to today's race, so he wanted the Ferrari seat and he was the first one to ask about getting the Ferrari seat, and he will be driving in the Ferrari today as we see Captain Emery in the Alpine go P1, overtake Lockheed, set a 28.725, so going 6 hundredths faster than Lockheed. So good to see, as we see actually the two Alfa Romeos, we see Ken really faster now, will come across the line set at 29 and go P3, and Liam was on a slow lap and will now go on his lap, nearly being blocked by his teammate Kem. As Bo sets an improvement time, goes a 28.4 and will go like 2.5 tenths clear of Captain Emery, as we see Bo's teammate as well, Vim Rolls, join with 5 minutes left in qualifying. I bet you Vim will be surprised to see his teammate up that high, maybe. You know, we can wait and see about that as we see loads of drivers coming into the pits. Will most likely wait a little bit more and then come out for 1 or 2 more laps, I would imagine, and try set faster laps, because as you can see, like, it's not really that big of a gap. As we see, I believe that was Kieran, yeah, Kieran setting a 28.484, only, I believe that's a 100.5 behind, so 15th, well not 15 thousandths, let me get my maths right, 17 thousandths behind Bo is Kieran, who goes P2. Now of course as well, in the championship, like I said, it's a team championship, so your aim is to pretty much get as many points as you can as a team. And currently the standings is McLaren P1 after Kieran, who we are currently watching right now. Him and his teammate Keen, who sadly can't be here today, gained 29 points in last week's race. Let me just get the standings up real quick. So yeah, the standings right now is McLaren in P1, Alpine in P2, AlphaTauri in P3, Alfa Romeo in P4, Mercedes P5, Ferrari P6, Red Bull P7, Aston P8, Williams P9, and Haas in 10th. Now the points situation as well, McLaren on 29, like I said. Alpine are currently sitting on 23, so only 6 behind. AlphaTauri are sitting on 19, so only 4 behind Alpine, 10 behind McLaren, which of course isn't actually that much in game. That's like a 6th place or a 5th place, I believe, for 10 points. Alfa Romeo on 16 points, so only 3 behind AlphaTauri, 13 behind McLaren. Mercedes on 12 points, so again a team which is high up. And then you've got kind of the lower down teams, the other half of the grid. You've got Ferrari with 4 points, Red Bull with 2, and then Aston Martin, Williams and Haas all being on 0 points. So Bo being P1 in the Williams, hopefully he'll be looking to push as much as he can and try get Williams their first few set of points in this mini championship. As I think Boyman is out on a lap. Oh no, Stevie is on a lap, I believe. He spun during his lap though, so he will go again for a new lap. We see Mats Huisman will come round the turn 15 and will start his lap. Yep, he will now start. Only 5 drivers out on the grid right now, but I would imagine a few drivers might start coming out. Yeah, I see. Let's quickly see. Yeah, we can see loads of movement in the garage. Yeah, cars are coming out like flies right now. So, as we see an Aston Martin spin, is that Vrova? Yeah, Vrova. Vrova spins. As this is his only lap, he was away, I believe, but was still within the lobby. So this will be probably his only lap, including one more, I would imagine, after it. So he didn't have many chances of getting a good lap in, as he will heat up his tyres and probably start another lap. I think maybe as we see a Williams, not Williams, a McLaren come across. I believe it's Boyman. He'll go a tenth faster, but I don't believe he moves anywhere. I believe he stays P9. Only a 100th behind Linus though. And I believe most drivers are currently warming their tyres. So we see pretty much all the drivers either being out of the pits or either being on the lap or on their out lap right now, as we'll see Stevie retire. So awkward position for him to retire in, and this car's pulling over to the side now, as he must have gave up. As we see Liam go wide turn 1, this will be his only lap as well, and he'll be looking probably to be higher in the sand, so that isn't the greatest of turn 1s for Liam. So we see an AlphaTauri of, I believe, Mats starting his lap, because many of these drivers will be pushing to try start their lap, as we'll see Villeneuve come round, we'll see Zolf come round, as we'll see Alex sadly retire. He didn't manage to get back in time to start a lap, so he'll be starting dead last. I believe we'll see Ken coming across the line to start his lap. Is this Mats coming across the line finishing his lap? No, it's Captain Emery coming across. We have Kieran coming across, managing to start a lap in time. We see Varova retire. We see Linus start a lap. We see Lockig start a lap. And we'll see a few drivers just come across the line now. We'll see Boyman. And we'll see, I believe, Bo. We'll see Bo just make it in time. As that is it done. So, is this Ken? No, as we see Ken actually to purple sector 1, as we see Liam right now on his lap, a second up. I imagine he's gonna box, yeah. Unlucky to Liam, P10 at a maximum. As we see an Alpine come across the line, I believe it's Mats who will not improve. We then next have the other Mats, who is invalidated, so he is retired and will start P13. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way of any drivers. This Mercedes will get past safely. No, he won't. Oh my god. The AI has ruined Villeneuve. Hopefully it's not ruined him that much, but I think it has. Yeah, it took a bit of a toll as Villeneuve goes P8. We'll see Ken come across the line, maybe for pole. P4 with a 28.7. 300ths behind Captain Emery and 300ths in front of Lockig, as we'll see Captain Emery, I believe, go pole. 28.4 as we see Kieran beat Captain Emery by 300ths. So we see two new pole sitters. We'll see Lockig come across. We'll go P4 in front of Ken. 28.567, 1/10 behind Bo. And we still have yet to see Bo come across, but I believe he's backed out of his lap. Yeah, I think Bo has backed out. Yeah, Bo's backed out. So we have Kieran, I believe, on a P1 as we see Linus actually come across the line, sorry. Oh no, he wanted to do a little spin. Yeah, that is the end of qualifying. We'll see Bo come into the pits. That is the end of qualifying. We'll see Kieran set pole position, which is a guaranteed 2 points. It's 2 points go to the fastest lap in the race, and 2 points to the pole position. So that is another 2 points secured for McLaren. Last week, Kieran's teammate, set pole position. So it's 2 pole positions in consecutive weeks for McLaren, with Captain Emery and Alpine just behind. Alpine being P2 in the standings as well. That is a good position for them to be in. And we see Bo and Williams be P3, which is good to see. As Williams currently sit, I believe, P9. Yeah, P9 Williams sit right now. As we'll see, a few people just typing in the chat now. So let's just go through the grid. We have Kieran, Emery, Bo, Lockig, Ken. Then we have Matt Susman. We have JD Bailey, Villeneuve, Linus, Boyman, Liam, Stevie, the other Mats, Zolf, Rova, and G.O. in 16th. So we'll see, hopefully, a few good laps. Bit of good battling, as this is a 50% race, ERO rules and everything. So I believe it is 26 laps of Bahrain we're going to be watching. As Vin is supposed to be in the Williams, but has been put in the Red Bull. So yeah, Vin has tried to go into the Williams seat, but has been put into the Red Bull. But he is a Williams permanent driver, which means, you know, even if he scores points in the Red Bull, the points will go to Williams, as he is a Williams driver. Just unfortunate that it has put him to the Red Bull, as I'm not sure if it is not a safety car. I'm not sure if it's a formation lap or straight into the race. And it is a formation lap. Okay. Because I was not so sure if it was a formation lap or not. So we'll see all the drivers having a little weave, as you can see here. Warm up the tyres before they get into the starting grid, because of course it's manual now. You have to do it yourself, as we'll see. Look at that for a view. I'll hide everything so we can see. We'll see, just, you know, you can see all the other cars in the background coming round the corners. So, as I said, Kieran, McLaren driver, will be P1. P1 in the standings as well for McLaren, so a good possibility for them to score even more points in this race. We have Captain Emery in the Alpine in P2. Alpine are P2 in the standings, so again, a good chance for Alpine to have a shot at McLaren. We then have actually Bo in the Williams. Williams been P9, no points last week, so a good chance for Williams to get some points on the board, because points on the board boost you up quite a lot in the standings. And also, there is a Drivers' Championship. It's not as important, but, you know, if you score a good amount of points as well, you still get recognised, I guess you could say. We have then Lockig in P4 for the Ferrari. Ferrari are like P6 or P7, I believe. So again, would be a good amount of points to get, as we see. Stop strategy there. It's either medium hard or soft medium hard. Actually, I haven't looked at what tyres everyone is on. Everyone is on mediums, except for Liam in P11. Sorry for my little slur there. I kind of said 11 wrong. I didn't slur, but like misspeaking. And then we have Zolf on the softs in the Red Bull, as we actually see Liam spin, so his tyres will be hot as we'll see all the drivers come to the grid now. Hopefully Kieran here can get in the grid slot correctly, as we'll watch any drivers behind, see if they mess up. We see the front 9 able to park up correctly, but then we'll see Boyman P10 mess up, we'll see Liam P11 mess up, we'll see Stevie P12 make it, and then the rest of the drivers behind will mess up as well. So we'll see 6 drivers out of the 17 mess up their starting. So this is a bad view, it's not giving me another view. We'll see 5 red lights, it's light out and away we go. Kieran has a good start, but he is Captain Emery side by side with him. Can I get another view of this please? Captain Emery has overtaken... why is it not changing the view? As we see Lockig absolutely send it, and Kieran has been tapped and kind of went off track. Ken's up into P2. So we see actually Kieran get back up into P2. Kieran got dive bombed by Lockig and hit. We'll see the top 5, I believe. No, we see Bo fall back from P3 to P6. We'll see Gio, you know, Alex being Alex, comes from like P16 and he's P7. You know, Alex being Alex. We have Zolf, who I think will most likely be holding the drivers up, I would imagine. As we see 3 wide behind between Stevie, Linus and Boyman. As we see Stevie. Something's happened to Stevie and all the drivers behind here. Can I get a view here, possibly? If I hide this, yeah, we see a 2 wide situation. I'm not so sure what's happening here. Just loads of battling. Stevie. Oh, we see. Is that Vim Rolls? Yeah, we see Vim Rolls spin. We also see Zolf spin. We see both Red Bulls gone, even though Vim Rolls is a Williams. So we see both of them spinning. We see Liam and Vrova fight, and Liam, I think, gets the position, as we see Matt's actually having to pit. Most likely damage, unlucky to him, as I see, yeah, front wing coming out to be changed. Hard tyres, yeah, hard tyres, front wing change for Matt's Usman. We see Captain Emery, 3-second gap to Kieran, who's in P2 right now. As we'll see, Kieran have the likes of Ken, Lockig, Bo and Gio all behind within a second, as we see a time glitch beside Villeneuve's and Boyman's name. As we'll see Captain Emery come around turn 10, and we'll see Kieran come around turn 10 right now, so gets you a rough idea of the gap right now. As Captain Emery's going into turn 11 now, Kieran is only going into it now, as Captain Emery's going to turn 12. Kieran is still doing turn 11, so big gap. But then behind Kieran is another, I believe, 4 eager drivers, probably wanting to get past as fast as they can. As all the people, all the drivers who started on the hard to the soft, as in, we see, I think it's Zolf, yeah, we see Zolf spin at the back again. As we see DRS enabled, so Kieran will be in a bit of trouble, I imagine, because he is Ken, Lockig, Bo and Gio all behind in a DRS stream, with JD Bailey, Villeneuve and Boyman all joining in, which then they have their own train of Linus, Stevie and Matt's behind, as we see Stevie actually spin, as he will come out P15 with Zolf and P16 just behind. Let's watch this DRS train for going down the straight after turn 10. So we see, I believe it, Vrova and Vin Rolls, I think they were fighting. They have both went off track from potentially fighting. I'm not sure. But we'll go back to the front to see some fighting. As we see actually Kieran kind of catching up to Captain Emery, maybe a tenth or two a lap. Because we saw it on 3.1 there, and then it fell back to 3.4, 3.5. So I'm not so sure there, but we can see a train is forming. DRS, of course, being enabled. We have actually Gio is fallen just a little behind from Bo. Alex fallen a bit behind, but I believe he still gets DRS. Yeah. So it doesn't matter much as we see both Red Bulls spinning again. Not the greatest at the back of the track right now. Loads of people spinning, etc. As we see Boyman and Linus going side by side into turn 1. Linus will get the move done, but Boyman might try to take the different line to carry the more speed. Boyman will have DRS. Linus will not. We'll switch to the camera on Boyman's car. We'll see Boyman possibly send it, go for a switchback, carry the speed. I believe Boyman, yep, they will go side by side into turn 5, I believe it is, then turn 6, no, turn 7, into turn 8. As we see Linus actually get the move done on Boyman, but I imagine Boyman will be looking to get past again on the next DRS straight. So let's, as we see, I believe Rova again, spinning, yep. So let's go back up to the front where we have Captain Emery, who is still, as we see, Gio get past Bo. Bo's went wide into turn 13, and Gio, or Alex he's known as, I'm just going to call him Alex because I know his real name. Alex has gotten past Bo as Bo has went wide, but Bo will get DRS. Alex will not. As we see, actually Ken set a fastest lap of the race, stealing it off of Kieran, who had just previously set a new fastest lap. So 2 Ferrari drivers up in the top 5. This would be a good finish for Ferrari, as last week they only scored 4 points, I believe, which was Alex actually scoring those 4 points as Leon DNF'd during that race. So Ferrari will be looking to score points, will be eager to score as many points as they can. As we'll see, like this 3-second gap between Kieran and Captain Emery still be there, as we see Kieran go onto the curb, will go wide, and Ken will be there behind him. Yeah, we see Kieran go wide turn 10. We see Matt's be the first person to collect a penalty, a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. We see Ken really close behind to Kieran. I imagine Ken will be looking to probably get the move done in the DRS straight in lap 6. As yeah, he's right behind him right now, so he'll be looking to get the move done here. We will watch Ken to see if he can get the move done, as he will go side by side with Kieran right now. Maybe a little bit of touching, I'm not so sure. But we'll see Ken get the move done on Kieran. Ken will move up to P2, but Kieran will have DRS back on Ken into the second DRS straight. We can see Captain Emery just there in the bottom right. And we see Kieran coming up with the DRS, will stay behind, with Lockig as well being a bit behind. Bo getting Alex again. Alex maybe making a mistake, I'm not so sure. As we see Captain Emery going into turn 8, I believe, and we'll be going into turn 9 and then turn 10. Is this view here? What a brilliant view. The helicopter view this is. Oh, as soon as I'm saying about how nice of a view it is, it disappears. How beautiful. We'll see Alex get DRS on Bo. We'll see also Kieran be close to behind to Ken. Yet again, it looks like this might be the battle in which we might see for quite a lot of the race. It's between Kieran and Ken, with Captain Emery still. Oh, we see Ken spin. We see Ken DNF. Ken is out. We see Ken spin on the exit of turn 13. as he will DNF, and that will be a safety car. So safety car will come out. Will the medium runners box? Captain Emery is coming in, but Kieran will stay out. Lockig stays out. Bo comes in. Alex will stay out. JD Bailey will stay out. Villeneuve will come in. Boyman stays out. Linus will come in. Mats will stay out. Liam will stay out as he is on hards. It makes sense. And the other drivers are too far behind to look at what they will do. Then now we can look at the tyres though. The drivers who are boxing will be going on. Captain Emery will be coming onto the hards. Bo onto softs. Villeneuve onto hards. Linus onto softs. So 4 drivers who pitted. Half of them will go on hards, or 2 of them will go on hards. 2 of them will go on softs. So I imagine Bo and Linus will both be looking to charge. I would imagine. Push as much as they can, as Captain Emery and Villeneuve will probably be going the route of trying to conserve their tyres, make them last as long as they can, possibly to near the end of the race, which, you know, if there's as we see Zolf pit, we see all the drivers at the back pit, we'll see Zolf come in, get a 5-second time penalty, as we see most of the drivers at the back coming on to hard compound tyres. We'll see Mats come onto softs. So 3 drivers on the grid will be on softs, P9, P11, P13. As I believe the drivers, yeah, they're all behind the safety car right now. So we I think Boyman has done the glitch on JD Bailey, potentially, because JD Bailey was ahead. But look at this top 4. 2 McLarens and 2 Ferrari drivers in the top 4. Of course, this is brilliant for McLaren because they were like this most of last week's race. But Ferrari were not like this in last week. So this is a really good opportunity for Ferrari to score a lot of points here this week. As we'll see JD Bailey going side by side with Boyman, trying to maybe get his place back, I would imagine. As JD Bailey, oh no, we'll see JD Bailey box. So he may be going another strategy, I'm not so sure. But JD Bailey will box, will most likely come out P11, which is an okay position as it's just outside of the points. He will go into the hard compound tyres. So we'll see well, I mean, we did see 5th and 6th AlphaTauri then as well with Mats and JD Bailey, but JD Bailey boxing changes that up. So we'll see the top 4 consist of 2 McLarens and 2 Ferraris. Kieran, who won last week's race. Lockig, who I believe got like P6 or P7 last week. Gio, who also scored a few points last week, I believe P8 it was. And Boyman, who didn't race last week. This is his first race in this little championship, and his first race in a few months for any off-season races, as he's just been practicing. He hasn't been doing any races, so this is the first time we've seen Boyman in quite a while on any off-season race. As we'll see Matt spin. We'll see Matt spin under the safety car at turn 9. And he will fall back to P10. So with that as well, we will see a 10-11 between the AlphaTauri drivers. So also when we kind of look at where people are with the tyres they have as well, we see Captain Emery being technically the leader. I don't know what you call it, like when somebody boxes and like they have a name for the leader, but he's out of all the people who have boxed, he's the leader, with Bo behind, who I would imagine will probably try to look to get past Captain Emery as he's on softs. We then have Villeneuve, who's on hards, behind Bo in P8, with Linus in P9, who's also on softs. So I imagine he'll be looking to get past Villeneuve. The safety car will be staying out for another lap, which is, I wouldn't say the greatest, because the safety car's already been out for 2 laps. So we'll see lap 10 will be a racing lap, as I believe Boyman has done the glitch again. Yep, the glitch has secured Boyman a P3. His Alex will not be looking. Alex won't be happy, as he'll be looking to try get the position back off of Boyman. And I believe he has. I believe Alex is on the glitch back to Boyman and has got P3 back. Yep. It's good to see, because of course, as we see actually, Matt's, oh no, he spun. So we see actually Liam, the only Alfa Romeo driver left, he'll be sitting in P5. He started on his hard tyres as well, so he'll be on name right now. So we'll see most of the drivers come in the return 9 or return 10 right now. As we'll see Boyman overtake Alex again under the safety car. So this is going to be an interesting start. The top 5 all being on old tyres, as we'll see the safety car be coming in this lap. So the top 5 all on old tyres. The top 4 being on mediums and Liam and P5 being on hards. We then have Captain Emery on new hards and P6. Was the race leader. But boxed Bo will be on soft compound tyre P7, Villeneuve on hards in 8th, Linus on in P9 on new softs. Mats will still be on his old mediums, unfortunately, after he spun, and then all the drivers behind JD Bailey will be on hards, as we'll see Kieran leave it really late, as he will go now. Kieran will go now. Lockig will be. Let's see, can we get a good camera angle? Kind of, yeah. Okay, good camera angle here. We have a Ferrari, I believe, of Lockig being really close. We see Gio send it, but a bit of colliding. As we see loads of drivers spinning. We see, sadly, Linus at the back spin. We see Boyman, P2, but he will fight Alex. Side by side into turn 5, as we'll see them touch. As we Bo's on attack mode. Bo is on attack mode. He will. Oh, that's unfortunate. We saw Alex kind of accidentally go into the back of Boyman. Unfortunate. Yeah, loads of hitting behind. Boyman will go off track. And will lose many positions. We see Stevie at the back spin, I believe. We see loads of fighting between like JD Bailey, Rova and Zolf at the back. But we have to focus on the front, as the front, I would say right now, is the main fighting field. You know what, we'll go back, we'll see them, because it looks like they're side by side. Will Zolf send it here? Yeah, he will. It's a silly move, he's went off track. Anyway, we'll go back to the front. Bo up into P2, those soft tyres, of course. He had good pace, went P3 in qualifying, so he'll be looking to get ahead and use these soft tyres to an advantage and pull away. We see Max overtake Liam, I believe. Yep, we'll see Liam, of course, being on old hard tyres. So the 4 medium runners, who were top 4, are now P1, 3, 4 and 6. And Liam, who is on hards, is P8. As we'll see Villeneuve and Matt's fight, we'll see Villeneuve collect a 3 second from going wide turn 2, I believe, or turn 3, I'm not so sure. We'll see Matt's be right up behind Boyman, but I keep on saying Matt's is 2 Matts. Mats Huseman will go side by side with Boyman. Looks like he will get a move done, as he's on softs, Boyman is on old mediums. We'll see Liam get really close to Boyman there. We'll see Boyman spin. You'll see Boyman go off track. He will fall back P12, I believe, with P13, 14, etc. just behind. So we'll see Bo continue to close the gap on Kieran. Yeah, we can. I think Bo will probably look to get past Kieran on this upcoming straight, the main straight. I should switch cameras. We've seen Max actually get really close to his teammate in the Alpine, Captain Emery. Captain Emery, of course, racing last week as he is a permanent driver in Alpine. Max being a reserve. Max will look to get the move done on his teammate. No, he won't. He will stick behind. So I don't think DRS was enabled. So Bo, oh wait, no, we see Bo get Kieran. I was right. Bo got Kieran on the main straight, and we'll see Kieran get DRS off of Bo. So see, Bo be really rapid pace right now. And look at here this as well. Bo said just before the race in DMs with me that this is actually his last race. He's going on holiday next week, I think he said, or he's going on holiday and will not be here to race in next week's race. So this is Bo's last race. So he's given it his all to try score Williams as many points before leaving and not racing next week in Belgium. It is. As we see Bo pull 1.6 seconds away from Kieran, so we can clearly see Bo on softs is a danger. As we'll see kind of like a DRS chain kind of forming with Alex, who will probably be looking to gain or close in as close as he can to Kieran, who's in P2. So we'll see Judy Bailey Boyman fighting. Yep, out of turn 15 we will see them fighting. As we'll see Lockig get Gio. Yep, they will fight. As I think Alex had to back out there. I think he had to brake as he was so fast up behind Lockig. He had to go slower. But we'll see. Look at this for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. 2 Ferraris with 2 Alpines behind. So nothing like you'd see in real life. You know, Leclerc, Sainz and Ocon, Alonso. You wouldn't see that in real life much, but we'll see the gap between Kieran and Bo, of course, widen by near 2.5 seconds now. We'll see the gap between Kieran and Lockig be around 2.2. And we'll see a train of around 3 drivers behind Lockig, of course being Ferrari, Alpine behind, with Liam 2 seconds behind, and then him with a few drivers behind. Oh, we see JD Bailey going to the back of Mats. Said the name's the wrong way about, as I believe is JD Bailey boxing noise behind. So see Kieran box. Kieran will go in now, random time I would say. Kieran will box onto the hard compound tyres. May come out P15 or P16. I believe it comes out P15, maybe just ahead of Stevie. It's going to be close. No. He will be behind as he'll have cold tyres as well. We'll try and look to heat them up as fast as he can, as we'll see Zolf and Linus have a little fight, potentially. No, we'll see Zolf kind of just back out. Good to see that he, isn't doing dangerous driving. We have Varova, Boyman and Mats here, all kind of in a train. We'll see Boyman actually push Mats. We'll see, of course, Boyman. All of them getting DRS. We see Zolf go off track. So let's go back up to the front. We have the gap between Bo and Lockig at 4.8 seconds now. Yeah, 4.8 now. Will Gio has Mats and Captain Emery right behind him. I don't believe he gets DRS. No. Alex has... Oh no, because he's coming in. That's why. Mats has also came in, with Captain Emery staying out. So that, I imagine, would be Mats and Alex coming in to go on mediums or hards. Mats will go on his mediums, Gio will go on hards. As Mats only raced 1 lap on those mediums, so technically as well, you could say a very good situation for Mats there. So we'll see the gap between Bo and Lockig stay around 5 seconds, but we'll see the top 5 all be out of DRS range from the driver in front, but we'll then see JD Bailey and Mats, the 2 AlphaTauri drivers, be within DRS range of Villeneuve. And then Boyman actually going side by side with Mats right here into turn 9, then into turn 10. Not the greatest of places to fight as they will make contact. It looks like Boyman may get the position, but yeah, Boyman I think has DRS. No, neither of them have DRS, but Vrova is behind. He will be looking to probably get moved on here as he will go round the outside of Mats, but Mats will keep the position. So we can see the gap between Bo and Lockig staying the same, roughly, but I imagine Bo and Lockig and they will be coming in soon as Lockig, speak of the devil, will box this lap. Any other drivers? Boyman will come in as he gets a 5-second drive-through penalty. And it looks like all the other drivers behind will most likely stay out as they are all on fresh hards. So we'll see the gap between Bo and now Captain Emery be 6.5 seconds, but Bo on old softs is losing time to Captain Emery, so I imagine Bo will probably be boxing this lap. I imagine with Vrova and Mats fighting. Yeah, Vrova and Mats having a little fight. P5 and 6 AlphaTauri, 7th and 8th Aston Martin. Aston Martin not scoring any points last week as well, so they'll be looking to score as many points as they can. With AlphaTauri being P3 in the team standings, so they'll be looking to gain as many points as they can to try take the lead or go into a high position. So we'll be 16, currently 16 out of the 29 laps have been completed, with Bo being 6.3 seconds ahead. Will he box? He's on 9 lap softs. I imagine he will box. Yes, Bo will come into the pits. Slows down in time. Yes, he will. No 5 second for him. Will Liam box on 15 lap old hards? Will stay out. Captain Emery will retake his lead with Liam being... Oh no, yeah, Liam being behind me. See Matt's coming into the pits, getting a 5 second penalty, and Boyman having a 3 second from corner cut in. So Bo looks to possibly be coming out around P8, P9, P7 actually. So in front of his teammate. Oh, we see Bo spin. We'll have a little mini spin, I guess you could say. As Zolf will overtake both of them, so will Stevie. As Bo, of course, having to heat up the tyres, new hards for 12 laps actually, so maybe Bo should have won on the mediums, but I think he started on the mediums, yeah. So we'll actually see Linus. Yeah, we'll see Linus actually spin up ahead. He's going to actually have to let all the drivers pass, so Linus will fall back down to P14, and we'll hope Vrova can score points past the Martin as he's sitting in P5. So as we see Stevie spin, Stevie has spun. We'll drop back to P13. So top 11 are all on hard tyres, with the top 6 all being on old. We see Vin and Bo. Oh no, Vin's ghosted. Bo's just overtaken. So we'll see Bo be technically the race leader with all the new tyres, but I think Captain Emery is far enough ahead to be able to box and stay ahead of Bo. So I think Captain Emery has managed to do like the overcut over the safety car and everything. As I'll see Matt's get a 3 second penalty. Oh yeah, not to forget the penalties. Vrova could be in at a chance of a podium. As we'll see, actually, he'll be close to getting P4 as of right now. As we see loads of fighting, we'll see Kieran and Vin's ghost fight, and we'll see the two Ferraris of Lockig and Alex fight, as Alex will look to get past Lockig here. And they will go side by side into turn 4, and they'll go into turn 5, and then 6, and 7, but nothing has happened. Zulf has spun. He was high up, but sadly it has spun. So yeah, let's actually get the gap to the leader, so we can roughly see. So we see Bo has spun. Unlucky to him. Maybe not liking the hard tyres as much. Of course he was far up ahead, but him spinning has probably dropped him back quite a lot. So we'll actually see Vrova have a chance of a penalty. He'll be around 2-3 tenths off of JT Bailey right now. Because of course the 3-second gap is what we're looking for. JT Bailey with 7.6 gap to Captain Emery. Vrova with a 10.6. 10.6 take away 7.6 is 3. So interesting to see. Vrova could be in a shot of a penalty. Or not a penalty, a podium. Vrova could have a shot of a podium, I was meaning. So we'll see Mats actually be P10 on medium tyres. As we'll see actually Mats fight with Alex, I believe. Vin Rolls AI is keeping up with all the drivers, as it was the AI was actually like lowered down, but it's still decent paced, I guess you could say. Like it's still fumbling my words. He's still managing to keep up, is what I was trying to say. So we'll see a massive gap between Vrova and Kieran, but of course that is because all the drivers from P6 and below have most likely pitted. P5 and above haven't. Like, I can imagine Captain Emery will probably look to go on softs at the end. I would imagine maybe lap 20, 22, 23. He may plan on boxing to go on to softs, as we see Liam 18 lap old hards from the start. I imagine he's probably also looking to go for a hard soft strategy, which, you know, could be a good strategy. I'm not so sure. We see JD Bailey and Villeneuve, with Vrova actually being in DRS of Villeneuve, so that'll be interesting to see. Now, little promotion, this Sunday is the PlayStation grid reveal. 5 tiers, I believe. All will be getting revealed on stream. Joshua Evans has been making a incredible video for the start of the stream. Hold on 1 second, we'll see Alex and Mats Huseman fight. They will go side by side, touch, and Alex has spun. Mats contact with Alex lost it. He'll drop back to P12 behind Stevie. So yeah, like I was saying about the grid reveal. The grid reveal this Sunday at 6 PM British time. Joshua Evans, the F1 driver, I believe, has been hard at work making one of the best videos. I've not saw it. I don't think anyone saw it except for maybe like Wodge, the owner, or admins, etc. And helpers and stuff. But hopefully, I mean, the video will be good, because he sent in screenshots and they look absolutely insane. So the stream will be of very high quality, as the PlayStation F1 to F5 grids will all be revealed on this Sunday. And yeah, don't miss it, because last season's PlayStation grid reveal in Season 7 was when Aero had the most ever viewers on a stream at once, which I believe was 64. So come on, got to try beat that for this season. As I'll see Boyman get a 5-second time penalty. He'll go extremely wide. Yeah, we'll see Boyman just go extremely wide. So we'll see Stevie coming up on Vinbral's AI, of course. As Vinbral's AI, you know, still got the pace. Even the AI is fighting it in this lobby. As we'll see Alex actually come up behind Stevie. F5 enemies of last season will go side by side in DRS straight. Of course, I raced in F5, and these two fought, I think, near the whole season. As we'll see Alex lose the car a little bit, and Alex and Stevie will continue to fight. I want to keep on watching this. I'm sorry. If anything happens ahead, I want to continue watching this. Because this is the rivals, the foes, battling one another. Again, as we see Liam and JD Bailey. I don't know what's happened there. So you see Volvo also get past Villeneuve. I have no clue what's happened there. But something's happened. I'm not so sure. But yeah, JD Bailey's up into P2, Liam dropped down to P3, and Volvo's up into P4. With Villeneuve being P5, dropping down to P5. But yeah, let's go back to Stevie and Villeneuve. I mean, no, Stevie and Alex. As we'll see them continue to fight. Alex will probably be giving Stevie quite a hard time here, I would imagine. We'll see actually Alex get past Stevie. But Stevie will probably look to try get past him on the DRS straight, I would imagine. Linus, I don't know what's happening with him. But he is driving off track. Maybe going through problems. I know he said before the race that he had a few cramp problems, so it could be to do with that. I'm not sure. But we'll see Captain Emery coming up on the lapped driver of Matt's, as Linus is being lapped right now. Linus, yeah, 10 seconds, something, yeah. Linus is driving off track on purpose. I think it may be cramps or just letting the drivers past. I don't know. He's maybe just driving for the fun of it. Or he might box and retire, I'm not sure. He may box and retire. I will be 1 second. We see Bull spin. Sorry, I was away. We see Bull and Matt's fighting. And Bull has spun it. Oh no, not the greatest, because Williams near out of the points. But I mean, still, 6 laps of racing left, I believe. So, you know, still plenty of opportunity there. We'll see the gap between Captain Emery and JD Bailey be a massive 9.7 seconds. We'll see Captain Emery play this race perfectly. And we'll see also the likes of Villeneuve and all them. I don't know if they... I mean, Liam has got to box, I believe. Yeah, he's going in now. I imagine to go onto the soft tyres, he'll come out. I'm not sure where he'll actually come out. Let's watch to see. I believe he may come out P10. Potentially P10, as he'll go onto the softs. So Liam, I imagine, will be full attack mode. As I think my P10 might be right. Yeah. I think I've got that prediction spot on. I have. Liam will come out P10 in front of Bo and Alex fighting. But Liam, of course, will not be looking to get held up by them at all. So you see Lockig and Kieran fight for P5. Of course, Kieran probably trying to look to get as many points as McLaren, of course, P1 in the stand is, but Captain Emery being P1 means McLaren have to get a few decent amount of points. As you see, Liam kind of dropped back a little bit, of course, trying to warm up the soft tyres as he just came out of the pits on them. We'll also probably look to go for fastest lap, I would imagine, as 2 points go to the driver with the fastest lap of the race. I mean, this is scary to see. Verova, or Apple he's known as, is going for a podium and looks to be in the chances of even a P2 finish. Apple has never gotten a podium before. This is insane, as we'll see. I believe Zolf spin. So let's see, is JD Bailey on, so see fastest lap. Bo currently has the fastest lap. Yeah, JD Bailey has a 3 second. So Verova needs to catch JD Bailey by around 5-6 tenths if he wants to take second. If not, you know, he can keep it safe and take a third place as his first podium ever with an ERO. But I'm pretty sure Apple will be Apple. Mr. Bean will be Mr. Bean, and he'll push to try make the gap 3 seconds and try overtake through penalties JD Bailey. So let's see, any battling going on? I mean, we see a 3-driver train between Kieran, Lockett and Matt's kind of being formed, 5th, 6th and 7th. As I'm not gonna lie, this has been a really good race. Hasn't been as many DNFs. Like last week there was half of the grid DNF'd, because last week we had a full grid and I believe it was only 10 drivers remaining at the end. Currently right now 16 out of 17 drivers remain, which is really good to see. As instead of the DNF being put on your standings, it will be a 0. As we see, is that JD Bailey? No, it's Matt's spin. But we saw someone there. Was that Alex? Yeah, Alex getting a penalty. Alex getting a 3-second time penalty. And I think lets Liam past, I believe. It might be because Liam's on softs and Alex is going to use this to keep up. As in, like, Liam and Bo will battle. I'm not sure. I would imagine the front OEC Lockett get a 5 second, ignoring yellow flag. That will drop Lockett, I think, back to P7, I believe. I'm not sure what's happened there. Maybe an illegal overtake? I'm not so sure. Interesting. But yeah, we'll see Captain Emery, you know, keeping his 9.6, 9.7 second gap. JD Bailey with a roughly about 3.7 second gap on Mr. Bean, who is currently set in P3. This will be his first podium in ERO. Potentially could even be a P2 if he can gain 6 tenths on JD Bailey, as JD Bailey has a 3-second time penalty. Villeneuve, I think, will get P4, which will be another P4 for Villeneuve. Villeneuve got a P4 last week. P4 again this week, potentially. As we'll see Kieran fighting with Lockig, as we see Bo spin. Oh no, the Williams. Bo will spin it, like turn 15, but still has a shot of giving Williams at least 1 point. As let's see, who's currently got the fastest lap? Oh no, Bo's got the fastest lap still, which means it'll be 3 points for Williams as it stands right now, which would be good to see. Zolf gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's boxing. I imagine Zolf may try go for softs. He's also serving a 5-second time penalty, I believe. And yeah, Zolf must look to be just going for the fastest lap. I don't really see the point. But, I mean, I do see the point, but I don't think he'll set it. But, you know, no criticism or anything. You know, I think the times which have been set are good enough, and I don't think they're going to get beat. So we'll see. Is that Linus going? So I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see. I think the gap between Vrova and GD Bailey is going to stay above 3 seconds, I believe. But yeah, we'll see the likes of Kieran, I think, who will get a P5, I believe. Lockig behind, but has a penalty. Mats is Mats is right behind Lockig. Mats will actually look to get a move done here. Second last lap. Mats is not waiting, even with Lockig having a time penalty. Mats wants to get in front of him on track, not even by penalties for Alpine. As I think Alpine may go P1 with this finish today, potentially. We'll wait and see. As we see Boyman and Stevie, they're just having fun, really. I've saw them switch names so many times. So we see Stevie have a little mess up, go wide a little bit. Yeah, we'll see Bo, I think, keep fastest lap. Still has it. Yep. Of course, Liam, who was on the softs, tried to set a fastest lap. Was only around 800ths behind Bo though, so potentially Liam may go for another fastest lap. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have much ERS, and I would imagine he probably used his ERS. Oh my goodness! Look at the gap. We're watching this. Wait, is this the? No, this is the finale lap here. We will see GD Bailey and Vrova go into the last lap. Vrova needs to gain 2 temps to beat GD Bailey on penalties. Of course, like I said many times, this is Vrova's first podium, it looks to be. So he will be going full on push to try get a P2 finish from GD Bailey. As of course, he has a 3-second time penalty. We'll see Lockig and Mats and all them fighting, but I mean, Lockig will fall behind Mats on penalties. Mats would really only look to try get past Liam, I would imagine, but I don't think it will happen. But yeah, I mean, not criticising, but it's been a pretty comfortable win for Captain Emery. You know, P1 off at the start and keeping a good distance from the drivers behind, also going for the 1 stop alongside the 3 other drivers behind them as well, all going on the 1 stop. It's all helped them massively. So Captain Emery will come around the last corner and we'll do a weave and go P1 and we'll finish in P1. Congrats to Captain Emery. As we'll see JD Bailey come in the last corner to go P2, and we'll see Apple just be behind, but Apple will take a P3. Apple will have a podium in Euro at last. Villeneuve, again, 2 weeks running in a row, will set P4. Kieran in P5, unlucky to him with a few situations. Mats will go P6. Lockig falls back to P7 on penalties. Liam P8. Alex P9. And I believe Bo will come across the line to gain Williams' first 3 points as he gets fastest lap and also a point as he finished 10th. Vermos will come across 11th. Boyman P12. And I believe it will be Stevie in P13, Zolf in P14, Mats in P15, and Linus in P16. So congrats to all the drivers today. So yeah, congrats to everyone. Captain Emery, massive points for Alpine. I would imagine Alpine will probably go P1 in the standings, I would say, from this finish, because it will be 30 plus points, even near 40 I think, for Alpine, with McLaren only getting I believe maybe like 15, 16 points. Is Vin Roll's AI gets driver of the day? So there we go. Let me just take some screenshots real quick, just so I can use it for standings. So congrats to, like I said, congrats to Captain Emery, JD Bailey, especially Apple, his first ever podium in ERO. He's been in for I think 2 or 3 seasons. He's never had a podium, and he's got a podium in this off-season race. Villeneuve again, congrats to him, 2 consecutive P4s in a row. Kieran, unlucky. Well, I mean, you guess you could say lucky, because he also got pole, so he'll get an extra 2 points. Matt's reserve driver in P6, congrats to him. I mean, Apple as well as reserve driver, and he went P3. Yeah, Lockig in P7 in the Ferrari, Liam in P8 in the Alfa Romeo, Alex going 9th, and Bo getting the first point for Williams as in position, and also an extra 2 for setting the fastest lap. So congrats to that as well. So loads of teams will gain points from this race. Aston Martin had 0. Yeah, Aston Martin had 0 points from last week's race. That will be a 15 points for them. So big for them, and also Williams as well, getting 3 points. As I believe the lobby could potentially be glitched as it's not loading out. Yeah, I think the lobby may be glitched. So, yeah, looks like the lobby is glitched, so I will just be ending it here on the screen of where everyone started. Apple as well, starting P15, being P3. Yeah, massive congrats to everyone in this race. Like I said, the next race will be not next week Friday, but it'll be next week Sunday. So next Sunday is the finale race, which will be on the track which the drivers actually voted on, which is Spa in Belgium. So we will be racing in Spa next Sunday, so in 9 days' time. We will be racing in Spa for the finale of this kind of social race thing, and I would imagine as well, probably the last social race, which will be streamed, as the following week, the league will be starting. So yeah, thank you to everyone who watched today's race. It's been a pleasure, of course, commentating again. A very fun race, and yeah, we'll see you all. I mean, I don't know when the next stream will... Actually, no. It'll be this Sunday. This Sunday, PlayStation Grid Reveal. Be there, and let's try see if we can get new ERO record of most people in a stream, beating the record from last season's Grid Reveal for PlayStation. Let's try beat it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you whenever I'm commentating again next time. See you.